Sometimes I think of love as a melody that hides between breaths, too tender for the world to hear aloud, yet too powerful to be silenced. When I see you, the air itself trembles, as though the wind remembers your name and hums it against my skin. Every glance you give feels like the first note of a song only my heart can understand. I carry its rhythm through corridors gilded with silence, where duty and destiny often try to drown it. Still, it lingers, soft, persistent, defiant. I whisper your name beneath the echo of my crown's weight, knowing that in each syllable I belong more to you than to the lineage I serve. You taught me that love is not rebellion but revelation, that to feel deeply is to live truthfully, and though the world may never hear the music we make, I dance to it within, a quiet waltz no eye can see, each heartbeat a chord, each sigh a lyric written in devotion's ink that refuses to fade. When I close my eyes, I find you waiting in the stillness, where time slows and even light seems to kneel. You are the calm within every storm my heart has weathered, the warmth that rises in me when everything else turns cold. I remember the first time I saw you, the way your gaze brushed against mine like the soft stroke of a bow across a string. Something awoke, delicate yet unshakable. I didn't understand then that love could be both surrender and strength, that in losing my guarded calm, I would find my truest self. The world expects my words to be measured, my gestures rehearsed, my dreams approved. Yet, with you, I am allowed to be uncomposed, imperfect, endlessly human. You remind me that even a crown cannot silence the music of the heart. If only they knew, each royal vow I make carries a secret echo of you within it, humming beneath the surface, like a promise I will never stop keeping. The nights are long when you are far, but they are never empty. I fill them with memories, your laughter, that bright ripple through silence, your hands, their quiet confidence, shaping comfort from chaos. Sometimes, I wonder if stars envy us, how we hold galaxies in mere glances, how our silence is a symphony no universe can outshine. I imagine walking through the palace garden, the roses sleeping under moonlight, and I almost hear you behind me. Your voice the gentle murmur that turns solitude into serenity. I press my hand to my heart and feel you there, steady as breath, near as my own pulse. Even when the dawn pulls me back to reality, the echo remains. Love, in its truest form, does not fade. It deepens, ripens, learns patience. And in that patience, I find you again, in every petal. In every ray that brushes through stained glass, in every whispered prayer that trembles into music before I even speak. Sometimes I wonder if love hides itself within the folds of restraint, waiting to be discovered only by those who dare to listen. With you, I learned that the softest moments carry the deepest truth, that a single glance can write an eternity across my soul. The world sees me as composed, precise, royal, yet in your presence, my heart is wild poetry. You unravel me without effort, not through grand gestures, but through quiet understanding. You make me want to live beyond protocol, to breathe beyond expectation. Love with you feels like sunlight trapped in lace, delicate yet undeniable. It sings softly, its notes woven through the hours, transforming duty into devotion. When I must smile for the world, I think of you, and the smile becomes real. I once believed a princess must hide her heart to protect it, but now I know. The heart only grows stronger when it beats freely, when it dares to love without needing permission. Every morning, when the first light spills through my window, I think of how your love feels like that sunrise, gentle but impossible to ignore. I have learned to measure time by moments that carry your essence, the pauses between my thoughts where you reside. You are the unspoken blessing that steadies my days. Even when I am surrounded by ceremony, when voices speak of politics, duty, and legacy, I hear your laughter in the quiet spaces between words. It reminds me why I must remain soft in a world that praises steel. There is beauty in strength, but also in tenderness, and you've taught me the art of balance. You once told me, love is not an escape, but a home. And I think of that often, how you make the ordinary sacred simply by being. If ever the world forgets my name, let it at least remember the way I loved you, with grace, with courage, with every hidden song of my heart. When we walk through the gardens, I pretend not to notice how our hands almost touch. The world watches, and I must be careful, yet inside my heart is recklessly alive. The flowers seem to bow when you pass, and I wonder if they too feel the quiet gravity you carry. You never demand my attention, you earn it with silence, with presence. Love, I have learned, is not the fire that burns everything away, but the light that helps one see. You see me, not the image, not the role, but the trembling heart behind the grace. That truth both terrifies and frees me. I long to speak the words I keep hidden, but for now they live in glances, in the secret rhythm of shared breaths. Every unspoken confession between us feels complete, as though the air itself translates what the world cannot allow. And maybe that is enough, for a love so pure needs no witness, only courage to exist. At times, I dream of a world where titles and expectations fade, where I can simply be yours without consequence. I picture us by the sea, your laughter mingling with the tide, my crown replaced by the scent of salt and freedom. It is in those dreams that I taste the fullness of love, raw, unguarded, eternal. Yet even within my gilded world I find traces of that dream in you. You are the pause between obligations, the sacred breath before I speak, the heartbeat that steadies me when I am overwhelmed. They think I stand unshaken, but only you know how much I rely on your unseen strength. Love for me is both sanctuary and rebellion. I carry it quietly, as one carries a flame through wind, protecting it not from shame, but from the noise of misunderstanding. You are my secret song. And though the world cannot hear it, I will hum it always, beneath every word, behind every royal smile. Sometimes I listen to the rain and imagine it singing your name against the glass. There's something about storms that reminds me of us, how beauty and chaos coexist, how tenderness survives even in the wildest winds. You once said love isn't perfect, but it's honest, and I've held on to that truth ever since. Our love doesn't ask to be understood, it asks only to be felt. I think of the moments we've shared, the ones hidden between duties and distance, and realize they are enough to last lifetimes. You've given me a reason to look beyond the horizon, to believe in something larger than circumstance. Even when we are apart, your presence hums through the air like a melody I can't unhear. It guides me through every demand, every gaze that weighs on me. Love is my quiet rebellion, and you are its sweetest sound, echoing through every storm, steady, faithful, endlessly alive.